all the interviews the whole band does, Johnny and Ricky and them, it's always about the whole thing, not just about what's happened today. And we're just, I don't know, man, what's the next big thing you do when you retire? You know, what's the next big step? So I'd rather.
So you and I are in the same boat. We're not going to retire because we don't have anything else to do.
No, you look great. Yeah, nothing to do. And I love, we got a little place we go in Wyoming, and my daughters are there and the grandkids. So we like to go there, and it's beautiful. And
You still live in Atlanta?
yeah, we got a place there that's it's easier to get in and out of Atlanta more than Jackson, you know, and when we're touring. And so, I don't know, we're gonna do a little longer. We're gonna actually do a farewell tour soon. In the next couple of years, so. But other than that, we'll probably do a farewell and then come back like everybody else. I think the Eagles have retired 5 times and came back, and Chicago and this band and that band, you know. But anyway.
You are the Street Survivors album that came out way back when. And you, Gary, are the most surviving of all the survivors.
Yeah.
Do you think about that?
Oh yeah, yeah, man, you know, because it's like you shouldn't live or forget your past and don't worry about your past, just go forward. But that's what we do is talk about our past, and it never goes away, you know. Since the crash, it seems like every day it's either comes up on the radio or somebody talking it, or you hear something, or we play, or so it's always around, you know. And I don't know. I'm glad I'm still here, you know. I want to, like I say, play the music and show everybody that that Ronnie and Alan, our dream came true, and we want to just keep it going. I think Billy and Leon and the guys, you know, who recently have died, they did too, you know. They just wanted us to play, and that's all we know to do anyway. I wouldn't know how to do anything else. But it's such a pleasure to play and see the people. You know, Ronnie and Alan and them, they didn't live long enough after the songs were out to see them go classic, and Freebird was just a new song. And they didn't know that 30, 40 years from now it would still be being played, you know. And they never really got to see that and realize what they had done and wrote, you know. I didn't either. Back then, we didn't know what we were doing. We were kids, you know, young kids, and having fun. And the end of the 60s and the 70s was crazy, so. And it all happened. Their dream came true with mine too, you know, so I'm just still living it, thank God.
Billy, I think, was the first one to get out of the hospital and come back to Jacksonville, and I interviewed him out at Air Command, and he told me that you had 2 broken arms and 2 broken legs.
Yeah.
What was your recovery like? And do you still have pain?
Oh yeah, it never goes away. And I crushed my arm, my wrist, and broke my pelvic bone too. Everything was broken. But really, me and Alan talked about it, Alan Collins, after. The main thing was our hearts were broken because we'd lost our best friends and our band and the guys we grew up with, and learned, you know, we were all teenagers together, so you learn all about girls and driving, and you grow up together. You're more close, it's like you're all brothers, and we were. So that was hard, you know, it was just terrible what happened then.
Do you have flashbacks? Do you remember the plane crashing, Gary?
Yeah, I mean, I got you know what, through the years, everybody that was on it and that it happened to has a different story. It's crazy, you know, not their story, but what happened. So I don't know, yeah, I still remember. I kind of remember most what happened, you know. And I remember waking up and hearing some guys scream. It was like being in Vietnam, hearing screaming and your brother's in pain, you know, and I thought that there was a door on me. I kept yelling for Dean Kilpatrick, our road manager.
Yeah.
Lynyrd, the guitarist and the last surviving original member of the band, has died at the age of 71. No cause of death was given for Lynyrd, who died on Sunday, nearly 4 months before the band was set to embark on their next tour. The guitarist had been dealing with health issues for decades, including a heart attack in 2015 and emergency heart surgery in 2021. In an official statement, Lynyrd Skynyrd wrote, "It is with our deepest sympathy and sadness that we have to advise that we lost our brother, friend, family member, songwriter and guitarist Lynyrd today. Gali is now with his Skynyrd brothers and family in heaven and playing it pretty like he always does." In 2015, Lynyrd told Billboard magazine that he had decided to keep playing despite his health problems. "It's just in my blood, why not?" he said. "I'm just an old guitar player and we've spent our whole lives and 10,000 hours of working to understand how to play and do it. So I think once you've got something going for yourself, you should keep it up and keep your craft going. When you retire, what's next? I like to fish, but how much of that can you do right?" Thank you so much for watching. Peace.